What are you doing, Sarah?
You away, bye-bye.
Hi. Oh, good morning. That's a good morning from Frosty. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. This is Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. I noticed that Catherine had opened up the hospital doors to give Frosty Serval some fresh air. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Leanne. Morning, John. It's been yeah. Oh, that's some noise right there. Hello, Mary and Sarah. So I just wanted to pop in and show you guys Frosty. He does have a camera. A lot of you have been watching and taking screenshots from. I don't have that link if anybody wants to post that. Good morning, Karen. Thank you, everybody. It's good to be back. It's hard to leave these guys. That's not the longest I've been away, but it never gets easier. What are you doing, Frost? So Frosty was enjoying some breakfast, so we'll probably let him continue enjoying that. We're also gonna check in with Riza. Catherine was doing her morning cleaning. I heard that Frosty had a couple really good poops this week, which if you follow us, you know that's a big deal for him. Good morning, Bridget. Just checking in with Frosty Serval. He got his meds and his morning breakfast. Alright, let's let Catherine finish cleaning you up. Oh, thank you, Jennifer, for your donation. Most of you know Frosty's 23 years old. Making some pretty silly noises. He's in advanced stages of kidney disease, and especially in the warm weather, he was just really not doing well outside. He's been doing pretty good in here. He's eating. He's, like I said, he's actually pooping again. Thank you, Nancy, for your donation. You're making some silly, silly videos. Stacy, no, we were not affected by Hurricane Michael. Very, very lucky. It was in the Panhandle. We are in the Tampa Bay area. All right, Frosty, you enjoy your fresh air and your breakfast. So you can see Frosty actually has this whole room typically, but he willingly goes into this smaller enclosure, especially when keepers come in to clean. So Catherine's able to put him in there and then open these big double doors so he can have some fresh air. He's a very old guy, but he's still hanging in there, so we're doing everything we can for him. I want to go check on Miss Riza. Riza Cougar, most of you that follow us know she gave us a pretty good scare a couple times in the last few weeks. Hi! Oh, I missed you, baby girl. Yeah, I missed you so much. Ow! Yeah, you're such a good girl. Yes, you are. You gave us a big scare. So Riza Cougar is 23 years old. She does not groom very well, so we, yeah, Bridget, it's your girl. Hey, Katie, it's your girl. It's Riza. Oh, are you flopping? It looks like you've been playing in your water. Her incision looks really good. You've been such a good girl, taking care of it. Such a good girl. Hi, sweetness. Oh, it wants to focus on the wire and not her. She's a smaller wire cage, so it's a little bit harder to focus. But anyway, so a couple weeks ago, we sedated Riza to shave her down because she was covered in mats from not being able to groom. Yeah, that incision actually looks really, really good. I'm not sure if I can get it to focus. This wire is not easy. It's nice and dry and clean, no redness. But then somehow after her shave down, she went back outside and then she ended up getting a cut on the side of her and it was not healing. So Dr. Justin had to sedate her again. And we were very scared to have to sedate her so quickly 2 times in a row. She's very wobbly. Catherine thinks it might be the gabapentin or the medicines that she's on. Yep, so she's drinking water and playing in the water, it looks like. Baby girl. And then yesterday she gave us a pretty big scare. We're not sure if she sort of had like a seizure and then choked on some food, or if she just was choking on some food and then got it loose. What a good girl. But Carol actually posted some of that footage yesterday on her update, facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. Thanks everybody. Yeah, it's awesome to be back. It's always really hard to leave these guys. Yeah, my dog at home is on gabapentin and it does the same thing. It makes her kind of woozy. It definitely helps with her pain. There's a good shot of her side. It's really good. He's extra wobbly, huh, girl? Pumpkin. Thank you, Nor. I'm so sad I didn't get to be around for your whole adventure, but it looks like you had an amazing time here with all your tours. Good morning, everybody. If you're just joining us, this is Riza Cougar. She's 23 years old and lives here at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. She's found something good to smell. Was there food there one time? Was there some food there? Yep, this is Riza Cougar. Her name actually means journey. And I'd say she's had a heck of a journey. We're going. Yes, she did just have surgery. Oh, there's some kind of smell there she really wants to roll in. Baby girl, are you rolling? Can somebody give you some enrichment? There's something there she really likes. Lifespan for cougars would be like 10 to 12 years in the wild. Oh, there's nothing even there, just a smell. It could be catnip, it could be cinnamon. It's hard to say. It's pretty adorable though. Could be leftover sickle. There was a bag there yesterday. Yeah, Bridget's a keeper out here, yellow shirt. Her favorite cat is Miss Riza. Maybe tied with Seth, I don't know. All the keepers out here have favorites, but then they have a lot of favorites. She is such a sweetheart. Trust me, Marsha, I am grateful every single day. Yeah, the big cats really like cinnamon a lot, apple spice, pumpkin spice. Well, we're right next to the Veteran Memorial Expressway, so that's what you're hearing, morning traffic. Good morning, Laurel. Yep, I'm back. I was in the Florida Keys for a few days, and the weather was awesome, and then I came back, and it was about a 6.5 hour drive or so, and it's 65 degrees this morning, and I'm wearing a sweatshirt. I love it. Thank you, Robin. Good morning, everybody. If you're just joining, we talked with Frosty Serval for a couple of minutes. Frosty's getting his room aired out and getting some fresh air. And I came over to see Riza, and apparently she had a spice bag there. So whatever got left over, she is loving. Yes, Laurel, the big cats really, really do like the colder air. They get a little more frisky. They tend to eat a little bit more. I know. You are just the sweetest girl. Steve, it is kind of random when we go live. I try to go live in the mornings each day that I work. So that's usually Monday through Thursday, and then I'm here on Sundays, but I do my volunteer day then. And then Carol, our founder, tends to go live in the afternoons or evenings following the meds. She goes live every Monday on the Dodo Impact at 2 p.m. If you guys saw that yesterday, she went live with Kitten Karma, who was feeding about a 5-week-old squirrel that Jamie, our president, is rehabbing. His name is Pumpkin.
Miss Riza, was that such fun? You got so many fans. So many fans watching you. Are you shivering? Oh. Was that fun? That was so much fun. Nope. Sloppy girl.
Yeah, so again, I'll recap if you guys have been following us. You know, Riza is 23 years old. She struggles to groom and got severely matted. So we had to shave her down a couple weeks ago. And then she wound up getting a cut on the side of her when she went back to her outdoor enclosure. So we actually had to sedate her again and stitch it up. So right now she's in the outdoor recovery cage. It's the only cage on property that has concrete on the bottom, and that's just so that any kind of cuts or surgery sites can remain clean.
You doing, lady?
Yeah, the Dodo Impact is an affiliate to the Dodo, and they do have a Facebook page. They put out a lot of videos about animals especially. Yes, Sarah, her fur is actually already significantly growing back in. Her whole body was shaved down, like where you see the incision site. Thank you, Karen, for your donation. And within a week or so, she'd already gotten that really nice fuzzy fur back. So, and it's only about, it's a mid-60s right now. It'll get back into the 80s each day.
You're being so silly.
Yeah, we don't ever really get very cold, and if we do, it's first thing in the morning.
Baby girl.
Yeah, she was growing her fur back pretty fast.
All right, sweetness.
Thank you, Stacy, for your donation. We really appreciate that. Every time you guys donate or you buy merchandise from us or you come here for a tour, all that money goes towards the care of these cats. Yeah, I think she's healing up very well. We were all very surprised at how fast she woke up from sedation. We were very, very worried. She's 23. That's almost double what they would live in the wild.
You got some pretty sun coming in on you now. Yep.
Yeah, it's really, really hard. The day I left was actually the day they sedated her to stitch up her scratch. And then we were coming home yesterday when I found out about her little scare. We're not sure if it was a seizure or if she was choking on her food or if it was a combination. It was short-lived. There was some video on Carol's update yesterday.
All right, best girl. Should we go talk to some other kitties? I could stay here with you all day, though. Yeah, I just want to sit here with you all day. Sweetest girl. Thanks, Amy. It's good to be back. Oh, our sweetest girl. Alice, the cougars kind of make like a, it's not necessarily a meow, but they're like little chirps almost. They're also the largest cat that can still purr, like your domestic house cat. No, Sarah, we are a non-touch facility here. We don't touch the cats because it is disrespectful to them. They would never allow you to touch them in the wild. So we don't believe in trapping them in a cage and then... Yeah, and then imposing our wants on them. Oh my goodness, we're gonna roll.
And not only that, but if they were to accidentally scratch us or bite us or injure us, we could actually be forced to put them down and tested for rabies. And that would never, ever, ever be a risk any of us would be willing to take.
Hi, lady. You're so silly. You're being frisky this morning. That's right. Yeah.
I know. All right, baby girl, you're doing so good. You keep healing, okay? Yep, there's a lot of misconceptions in the big cat world, and that is why we try to go live and educate as much as possible.
We gotta tell them. Yes.
Yeah, the other thing a lot of people don't realize is that if a cat was born in a cage, it can never be set free. So there is no conservation value to breeding cats for life in cages. They can never go back to the wild.
Should we go see what Seth is doing?
Seth is our next closest big cat.
Bye, baby girl.
All right, so we're over in the hospital area here. Now we are gonna head over, see what Mr. Seth is doing. Looks like maybe all the feeders have gone out to feed. Yep, Marie is feeding Seth. So, and Barbara Nichols there is our head of donor appreciation, and she's giving a private tour. Thank you, Anthony, for your donation. Hopefully I won't be a distraction. Seth sometimes just wants to play with me instead of doing what he's supposed to do. And he hasn't seen me in like 5 days, so we're just gonna kind of stand back here for a minute. At least I can read your comments. Just don't want to distract him. Good morning, Deb. If you guys are just joining, we have checked in with Frosty Serval and Riza Cougar this morning. And I was going to walk over to say hi to Seth, and Marie is feeding Seth. Oh, that'd be good if he gets comfy. So we are in Tampa, Florida. We're only about an hour and a half west of the Disney area of Orlando. Good morning, Cynthia. Hi, Lee. Hi. Yeah, and if you guys saw Frosty, he's in the recovery cage in the hospital, and Riza is in our outdoor recovery cage for the hospital. That's why those cages aren't how you see Seth's here, where he's actually just in his smaller roof section where he eats breakfast, but Seth actually has one of our largest enclosures, but he's also the largest tiger that we have. It goes all the way down there. It goes all the way down to the lake. You can watch Seth Tiger 24/7 along with Hoover at bigcatcams.com. Looks like Marie might be done with him. At least satisfied enough. Yep, these live feeds post automatically on our Facebook page as well as our Wildcat Walkabout. Hi! How my boy?
Love you. Oh, I missed you so much. Yeah, I watched you on your camera. I did. I always do.
So this is Seth Tiger. He's our largest male tiger here. Our largest cat on property is Nikita, our lioness. Thank you, Deb, for posting his link. Yeah, Seth has one of the most gorgeous enclosures.
Are we gonna be a good boy? Oh, got breakfast up there.
Yep, it's grooming time. They get breakfast every day usually between 8 and 9. My lives will start a little bit later pretty much from here on out because it stays dark a lot longer. I used to get here at 7 a.m. Well, thank you, Anthony. If I get here at 7 now, I have to wait about 40 minutes before I can even come out here because it's so dark.
Are you eating stuff off the ground?
Hello, Michelle. Hi, Jessica. Hey, Linda.
Was there some goodness still there?
Marie is an expert at feeding them like the ground up diets on a stick. Most of us just make a huge mess. She's able to make little meatballs for them to eat.
Did you get it all? Yeah, if you lick the ground, you're getting leaves.
Thank you, Robin and Anthony, for your donations. We are a nonprofit, so all of our money from your donations, anything you buy on any of our online stores.
Hi. I missed you so much, bud.
You can shop and support the big cats at bigcatrescue.biz.
Oh.
Yeah,
are you mooing?
So it's grooming time now that he's eaten. You can also support us on Amazon. Amazon.com/bigcatrescue is our official store. And if you guys use Amazon Smile, it's exactly like shopping on regular Amazon, but if you choose Big Cat Rescue as your charity, they will donate 0.5% of your purchase, so it costs you nothing extra, yet the cats get money.
Where are we going?
Yeah, he does have beautiful eyes. He has always has a little shimmer in his eyes.
You gonna get that ball?
All right, more space to groom. Sometimes I just really enjoy listening to the sounds of the sanctuary, all the birds. I always get confused on Seth's age. When he came in, I believe he was 10 or 11. I think he's 12 or 13 now. You'd have to look on his bio page, or somebody in the comments can probably answer for sure. bigcatrescue.org/Seth. Morning, Marlene. If you guys are just joining, we started this live feed visiting Frosty Serval in his recovery hospital cage. And then we also spent quite a lot of time with Riza Cougar. Yep, the walkabout's getting here fast. Lots and lots and lots to do. Thank you, Lee. I know he's a youngin' compared to most of the other cats that we have. Most of the cats come here quite old already and live into their 20s. Good morning, Melody. But if you guys ever join in the middle of a live feed, you can always watch from the beginning at facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. Sue, you can actually learn all the backstories. We have just under 70 cats here if you go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio. But long story short, most of the cats we get have either come from abandoned, abused, entertainment type lives like the circus, pay-to-play breeding schemes, like cub petting industries, a lot of private ownerships. People think they can have these cats as pets. Yep, I will be at KittyCon this weekend as well. I believe, I'm trying to remember who all is on the panel. I know Jen Leon will be there. Myself and Afton will be there. I believe Lauren Buckingham will be there. She's doing all of our 360 videos now, and she also has a really amazing job. She's the one that does all the research to find other organizations that we support for conservation in the wild. She's got a very, very interesting job. Nope, if you guys are just joining, we're Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We are one of the world's largest accredited sanctuaries. We're accredited by the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries. We don't do any buying, selling, trading, breeding, or touching of any kind. Nor KittyCon is happening this weekend here in Tampa. It's a convention, I believe it's more about domestic cats than exotic, but Chris Poole for Coal and Marmalade will be there, and I believe Kitten Karma will be helping him at his booth. We're just deep into a grooming session here with Seth. Thank you. Yep, it's good to be back. I took a few days off, went to the Florida Keys, which I had never been to before. Pretty amazing. Went snorkeling. Now I am back and ready to get everything squared away for the walkabout. I know Elisa has, well actually I designed and ordered a bunch of exclusive pop sockets that you can't get on Amazon, and they're not on our website yet either. But we will have them for the walkabout, and then whatever's left over after the walkabout will go on sale on our website. So I'm gonna get back to my cart here. And then we also have some kitty cat glittery headbands that will be for sale at the walkabout, and then for sale on our website after the walkabout. Mike getting the gift shop ready today. Well, this is a rarity.
Hi, Ovi. Hi, sweet boy.
This is Hoover. He is Seth's neighbor. Where are you going? He's never out walking the fence line. I believe the pop sockets at the walkabout will be $14.99. I think that's what Elisa sold them for.
Oh, you making some noise?
So this is Hoover Tiger. Hoover was rescued from a circus in Peru. Thank you, Kathy, for posting his link. Michelle, they've never met face to face, but they see each other through the lake. And they've swam a couple of times. They call out to each other occasionally. No major aggression, just they're kind of interested sometimes. Were you ignoring Marie? Sweet Hoovy. Get that curly tail. Yep, good morning everybody. If you're just joining, this is Hoover Tiger at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. So where he's
Sweet boy.
Well, as I mentioned, Hoover was a circus tiger. So you can only imagine the only way that you can get a tiger to perform for you is through abuse. I would imagine he was just not a very good eater. Probably wasn't supplied with the greatest of diets either.
Right?
But he has been a picky eater from day one. When Peru banned circuses, Hoover actually was with a dozen other animals, and the circus tried to go underground and hide from the authorities because they didn't want to surrender their animals. And by the time ADI tracked them down, Hoover was the only one that was still living, and it took them months to nurse him back to health to even make him healthy enough to attempt the travel to here. We're in Tampa, Florida, in the Citrus Park area. Morning, Judy. Thank you, Karen. Thank you to everybody who's donated and everybody who is sharing this feed. Anytime you share one of our live feeds, you're helping us reach other people that we might not reach otherwise. It lets Facebook know that people find what we're doing interesting. I'm just on our morning walk. So Hoover's actually eaten really, really well the last couple of days. But he goes through phases where he'll eat, 6 to 10 pounds a day, and then he'll go days without wanting to eat. And the other aspect of that is the fact that in the wild, they wouldn't eat every day. So sometimes you kind of wonder, do they even want to eat every day? Most of our cats do, but we definitely have a few pickies that don't. I have fed Hoover in the past. I actually can say I've been lucky enough to feed Hoover twice, where I dropped all of his food inside of his lockout, and he actually came in and ate, which, as most of you know, when you watch him regularly, it's lots of begging. Yeah. You watching? Oh, we're veering off now. I don't think I've ever stick-fed Hoover. He can be very aggressive and very tricky when it comes to a stick. I also have a feeling that has something to do with his circus life. All right, bye-bye. All right, and we take that. Oh, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Jamie and Victor finished hanging all of the plaques late last week. So this is our new memorial wall. I know Carol shared some photos. These are all the cats that were waiting and waiting for us to outlaw circuses and ban private ownership and needless breeding for life in cages. That's why it's so important for you guys to make the call of the wild. Go to bigcatact.com. It helps you automatically be connected to your representatives. You can tell them, please support the Big Cat Public Safety Act. We've got all of our amazing plaques up here. I actually wrote that one for Little White Dove myself. So if you guys are coming to the walkabout, you'll definitely have to check this out. So also be aware, if you come here on tours, you'll actually end your tour here before you go back into the gift shop. I haven't actually counted how many, and I know we're not actually done hanging them up either. Some of the really old ones needed to be reordered. They just age after a while. Oh, he snuck back up as soon as I walked away. I wasn't on the other side of the barricade though. And now he's like, oh wait, you see me again, I gotta walk away. Yeah, some of the most recent cats that we've lost don't have plaques yet either. We have to order them. There's a process to it. You know, we have to get it paid for, and then we find the volunteers or the people that want to write something beautiful about them. Yep, we've been here this year. Will be our 26th year here, operating in Tampa, Florida. Most of the cats we get in are already quite old and have gone through a lot in their lifetime. We've had cats that have only just barely made it here for a couple of months, and then we've had cats that have lived here for 20 years. So let's see if we'll wrap this up with a couple small cats. See what all of our bobcats are up to. I see you, Biscuit. There's my boy. There's my Biscuit boy. Hi. What you doing, sir? This is Nabisco. He's actually one of our youngest cats. Hi. I missed you. Yeah. I missed you. Look at that little tail. Nabisco is a bobcat. Where are you going? He just wants food. Did you bring the food, lady? We did not have to help feed today. We had enough keepers, which I normally love feeding. But I wanted to check in with all the babies and say hi to all of you. Here's Mrs. Claus. Is also a younger bobcat. Miss! Oh! You can see her flipped over a water bowl that she thinks is such a fun toy. She's chasing Nabisco. Morning zooms. All right. Yep, let's go see Smalls. Here's my girl. Here's that small girl. Did you already have breakfast? Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Hey, where we going? I hope you all saw that butt wiggle. Yeah, well, all the cats have multiple water bowls in their enclosure. I think at this point we literally leave that small one in there for Mrs. Claus just because it's fun. You gonna be a wild girl? She likes to pop through these palmettos at me. You being wild? I don't want your cute little butt. Yep, we've had a lot of cats here over the years. If you actually want to read about all of the cats from the past, you can go to bigcatrescue.org and search for memorials, and you will find those. Hi. Yes, Kimba, which was Keisha and Zeus's rescue. She barely made it 6 months. She was in such bad shape. Tisha Tiger was another one that had a really rough go. Where are you going? Are you gonna jump up on our platform maybe? Yep, Shiraka was a tragic one too. A lot of people always say, oh, I'm so jealous, I envy you, I envy you. The the harsh reality is these cats are not meant to live in cages. You get attached to them and you love them deeply and you care for them, and then they pass away. Sometimes it's unexpected, and sometimes they get to live into a ripe old age, but still a cat in captivity. So that's why the Big Cat Public Safety Act would be such an important step for us. Hi, what are you doing? We have one Canadian lynx now, Gilligan. Skipper is another one that has unexpectedly passed away. And we have one Siberian lynx named Apollo. His brother Zeus was also one that very unexpectedly passed away.
Smalls, come say hi. You gonna jump? I see what you're doing.
She's usually quite the busybody in the morning.
Smalls!
Hello, Kathleen. Well, if you guys have just joined in, you can definitely watch this from the beginning. You'll see Frosty and Riza, Seth and Hoover, Nabisco and Mrs., and now we're here with Smalls. We're up on her platform. Let's go walk around. We'll probably end the feed with her. I have a ton of emails. If any of you guys have been emailing me or sending me messages, I am gonna try very hard to get through all that today.
What are you doing, crazy lady? You're a wild one. You are a wild one.
Yep, we're open every day of the week besides Thursdays. Thursdays are kind of our project day here. We do all the loud, obnoxious stuff like mowing and weed eating.
Come over here. Yeah. You're getting so feisty. You're getting so feisty. Oh, did you hear a bucket? I know. Got so much to do, or I'd stay out here with you all day.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining today. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who donated and everybody who was sharing this feed. I do try to go live most mornings that I'm here, that weather's permitting and I'm not volunteering, so keep an eye on our Facebook page. Make sure you sign up to be alerted when we go live. You can also watch the replays at facebook.com/wildcatwalkabout. Thank you guys so very much. Like that little tail. Oh, and people think these can be house pets. My goodness. You're wild. All right, everybody. Well, thank you again. I will see you all again soon. Take care.